Welcome to day 20 of Aiden's Way, and we've made it. This is the pilgrim path across the 3-mile stretch of sand that's uncovered at low tide and has enabled pilgrims for centuries, since Aiden himself walked across this way to get to the holy island of Lindisfarne. We've made it. Thank you for accompanying me on this amazing journey. From the start, we've said that pilgrimage is a journey with God in search of God. And that really feels true, that resonates. There's been a real sense that we've been journeying with God, that He's no more over there on Lindisfarne than He's been with us every step of the way. And He's been speaking to us. I hope that as you've journeyed with us at home, that's been your experience, that somehow vicariously you've been on your own pilgrimage, your own journey with God. But there's also a sense in which this is a journey in search of God. That there's a desire, the more we experience the presence of God, there's a desire for more of Him. And I believe that places in which God has moved in remarkable ways historically can be contexts in which we encounter the more of God. Some of it's to do with the history of this place, which is remarkable, as you know. But some of it as well is the posture of our own hearts. One of the revelations that has come to me as I've been traveling at great cost, at times pain, through the rain, to Lindisfarne, is that God Himself is a pilgrim God. And His journey is far more costly than mine. That He journeyed from heaven to earth and even to the cross. That He travels over distance in order to reach the insular, wild, hidden, private parts of my own world. His desire is not so much to come to a physical space such as this, because He's the Lord of all the earth, but to gain access to the heart of the children that He loves. And so as I've journeyed towards Lindisfarne, I've become increasingly aware that the living God of heaven, the High King of heaven, has been journeying towards my own heart. I'm deeply struck by something that stirs me a great deal. We've prayed every day along the way that the fire that burnt in Aiden's heart would burn brightly in ours. And I feel it. How we need in our time places like Lindisfarne and Iona, centers of prayer and education and apostolic vision. How we need in our time leaders like Columba, like Cuthbert, like Aiden, who believe in the power of the gospel, who are truly men and women of prayer, and who understand that the kingdom of God is not just to save people from a burning planet, but to renew all things. And so here at Lindisfarne, it is visibly and strikingly obvious that Aiden chose to pray right opposite Bamber Castle. I don't know if you can make that out on the horizon there. It looks like a lump of rock, but that was the palace of King Oswald, who was the greatest king in all of Britain at the time. So before we just think this is a nice, romantic, wild, windswept place, we must understand that Aiden was doing his mission and doing his praying in the context of wrestling with the structures of power, understanding that the gospel of Christ is not just to make us nicer people, but is revolutionary in its potential to shape culture, elevate the poor, change the destinies of men, women, and children. And so, as we draw to a close, and we'll be reflecting a little bit more on our final vlog, podcast, video diary tomorrow on Lindisfarne. But as we draw to a close, in a moment, Rich is going to sing a stunning song that he's written. He's been like my traveling minstrel, and he's going to be singing of an amazing song he's written. And just as we draw to a close, my prayer is that you, wherever you're watching this, having experienced God with you on this journey, would find him searching for you in new ways, and that you'd open your door in new ways to the presence of God in your life. God bless you so much. So Rich, big moment.
Yeah, we're here on Lindisfarne.
We've made it across.
Oh,
and
man.
this is the song you've written for this moment.
Yes.
Crossing the sands.
Yes.
Arriving, and yet that sense of beginning. So
Yeah.
no further ado. What's this song called?
My end is my beginning.
Good. A nice T.S. Eliot reference there,
Yeah.
I think. So this is My End is My Beginning, Rich Dawson.
$300 miles lie in my wake, step instead, and hand in hand, just 3 more miles on a path the tide creates will bring me to Holy Island, and my end. Here's my beginning, for you are making all things new, and in my end, when I'll be leaving, then I will go carrying you 300 miles through highlands and wordless prayers I don't understand, but infinite miles and infinite years you carry me to Holy Land, and my end. Here's my beginning, for you are making all things new, and in my end, when I'll be leaving, then I will go carrying you. Or is this rock held in the ocean a temple where you dwell? Or is every common bush alive with holy fire as well? And have I been in search for you across these shifting sands? Or have you been tilling the soil to make me holy land? And my end is my beginning. For you I'll make it all things new. And in my end, when I'll be leaving, then I will go carrying you.
We shall not cease from exploration, and the beginning of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time.